Alright, let's talk.
Yeah, you got some fucking explaining to do.
Yes, I'm well aware, and I mean, you know that I am not the kind of person who... You know that I'm not the kind of person who believes that withholding information from others is somehow going to help any situation. But on the other hand, basically every part of this is... It's my fault, okay? I did this. This is only... Look, I was careless, okay? And you deserve an apology for that. I was careless and sloppy. I thought that it would only be interested in, well, me. See, that's the problem. When you're dealing with these things, you get so used to thinking of yourself as a target, it starts getting hard to figure that other people can be targets too, especially people you care about. Look, like I said, you deserve an explanation, but I want to at least see if I can try to fix things myself, you know? Like, this is my mistake, my problem, and I owe it to you to fix it without dragging you into the process of fixing it. I mean, Christ, you think that like the headaches and the stalking and the memory loss and shit are bad? That's not even the tip of the iceberg. That's the molecule at the top of the iceberg, you know? Sorry to break it to you, it doesn't get better from here.
What if we just break the iceberg? Damn, I just broke that analogy. I need some metaphor. I don't care. Random thing, can you close the door so you don't burn my battery out with the lights being on?
Sorry. The lights are on when this...
Yeah, if you open the door, the lights are on.
I admittedly do not know anything
so, like,
about
if you open the door, you can, like, see stuff. I guess. I don't know. Car manufacturers got their stuff figured out, probably.
Look, I'll admit metaphors don't really work for these kinds of things because it's like Lovecraft didn't get anything, right? Aside from incomprehensible shit exists and it'll break your mind if you look at it too hard. But like, in the sense of you give an ant the ability to comprehend... Let's use the car as an example. Say you take an ant and you pick it up, you put it inside of your car, and for a moment you give it the power to comprehend everything about how the car works. Like, you use the car and you don't even... How much of how this thing works do you think you understand, like, intuitively and completely? Maybe 10, 20%?
I mean, like a general amount.
Say you gave an ant, suddenly, pure knowledge of that, and then you just flicked it out back into the world, let it crawl on back to the anthill, and expected it to be able to explain that shit to someone else, when all it's working from is the ant's perspective. It barely even knows that these different types of metal or glass and shit exist. Trying to explain this sort of shit is... The best you can do is half-assed metaphors, and even then they fall apart if you poke them too much. So, I'm sorry, look, I'm getting off topic. You absolutely do deserve an explanation, and honestly, I just know that if I tell you everything right now, you're gonna want to run off and do something about it right now, and like I said, I owe it to you to fix this shit by myself. When it's my problem, and you only know any of this is a thing because of my carelessness.
Yeah, but now I feel like I want to help, you know what I mean?
Look, yes, and don't get me wrong, I think that you do genuinely have something to offer in terms of a different perspective that I haven't considered, but like I said, look, I know that feels like I'm a broken record at this point, but I owe it to you to fix this shit myself. Are you okay?
I'm like really tired.
Yeah, I think that you unhinged your jaw with that yawn.
No.
Either that or I'm just explaining this really boringly.
Nah, I'm just really tired.
Speaking of which, like, this isn't even just, like, supernatural advice. This is just general upkeep of your health advice. For the love of God, get some sleep.
Yeah, well, my sleep schedule wasn't the best before all this.
You and me both, buddy. Look, I need you to understand how dangerous this shit is, like...
Don't care. What's worse I can do, die?
Try imagining yourself being Try imagining the roots of a tree growing into and becoming your veins, with the concept of what is your veins and arteries tying themselves to the physical embodiment of the roots, while the concept of the roots simultaneously ties it to the physical existence of your veins and your arteries until they are one, and your body is repurposed into becoming part of the horrifying, not cannibalistic tree.
Said a lot of words and I kind of zoned out like for half of it.
Yeah, I should definitely save explaining the complicated shit for when you've got, how much have you slept in the last amount of, how much have you slept since, like, just last night?
I don't know, a couple hours maybe.
Is that the only sleep that you've gotten this week?
No, I get like an hour or two a night, maybe, depending. Maybe 3 or 4 on a good night.
Look, point being, this shit is, look, what do you think is doing all this? What do you think caused the memory loss and glitches in the videos and everything that I'm part of?
Some spooky wookie magic guy in the forest. I don't know, dude.
No, there is no monster in the forest. The monster is the forest, okay?
Question, is that tree a monster then?
No, it's just the state.
What about that one? That's a tree, you know.
You are so lucky I don't have a knife on me at the moment.
I do.
No, it's just the state park, the state forest. Like, look, off the top of your head, what do you think that it's called? Do you even know if it's a state park or a state forest?
Is there really much of a distinction?
Do you even know what it's called, okay?
It might be a game lands. It's a forest that's maybe a park, except for when it's not.
You know, that actually is a that's a pretty good description.
Thank you.
But, no, it's just, look, the reason that there is no name for it. The forest is its name, its concept, its physical location. The concept is tied to the physical location of the entity. The concept thereof is tied to the physical embodiment of the forest, but the concept...
You said concept a lot, and I'm already lost, and I don't think you even started explaining it.
Maybe I should not be trying to explain this on, like, 3 hours of sleep as well.
Probably not to me, while I'm also on, like...
I mean, look, I have...
Probably less than that.
I have gotten, like, maybe 15 minutes of sleep since I first called you after I found that you were uploading all that dumb YouTube channel. Speaking of which, did you put something, like, anything works as long as it's narratively unsatisfying and is some kind of plot twist that people are going to hate? What do you do for that?
Oh, they're gonna hate it. So I was like, ooh, and all the wacky stuff, carbon monoxide, haha, get trolled, lol. Nothing spooky. Whoops, my bad, bro.
That is so shitty that it is definitely going to work. Good job.
Thank you. I tried. Honestly, I didn't try. But I'll take credit for trying anyways.
All right. So you've thrown them off the trail. You were fucking lucky that there was maybe 14 people watching this shit.
Maybe.
If it had been a number in the hundreds or thousands, well, look, let's not worry about stuff that didn't happen when this is what's happening right now. You got lucky, okay?
Oh, cool. That's
well, I mean,
nice.
You didn't get lucky. If you were lucky, you would have never... I would have done my due diligence and made sure that none of those...
I got lucky after getting unlucky. So that balances out my luck being normal. That's how math works.
I mean, you didn't even start uploading for these random people anyway, did you? It was just as a personal archive.
Yeah, I guess. Sort of just wanted to... I mean, like, you know, if someone else would have seen it and, like, had, you know, some sort of explanation or whatever, that would have been nice. But it was also sort of like making sure that I, you know, have all this stuff no matter what.
Well, there's not really anybody in this neck of the woods that can help you. In part because... Well, just because the forest's physical location is pretty small doesn't mean its roots don't branch out more than that.
Like physical roots or like spiritual, magical, spooky, woo-woo roots?
We're going to be here for half an hour. If I try to explain it, we're going to be here for half an hour as I try to come up with some kind of metaphor that could maybe, hopefully, help you comprehend half of it.
Yeah.
Look, like I said, you deserve an explanation, and you deserve to to not have to deal with any of this shit. So I need you to lay low while I try to fix this myself. And if I can't do that, then I'll bring you into the loop and we'll see what we can figure out together. All right? Does that sound like a deal?
Okay.
In the meantime, I need you to just lay low.
Here, I got that.
If you can't just recline your seat and act like
I'm laying low.
Well,
I cannot go lower than this.
Well, I'm glad to see that your sense of humor survives the sleep deprivation.
I'm so low right now. I'm like the opposite of high. Well, do you think getting high would help?
I don't think it would hurt, but I don't think it would help either. You'd be in
Shucks.
Like anything that would be helped by it, there would be something else that.
I was just making my back hurt even more. I made a funny noise.
Look.
What if I do it again?
I need
Hold
you.
Hold just for a second. Huh. That's not funny. Where were we?
Are you going to be done dicking around with your seat anytime soon?
I guess it.
I know that you haven't slept in. I'm genuinely regretting that there's not a camera or anything in here because the grin on your face it's equal parts hideous and hilarious.
Thank you.
I hate that you're the only one in this fucking family who gets more funny when you're more sleep deprived. But also just like that.
It's just like a no filter sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like if you're too bleary-eyed to see the line, you don't know when you've crossed it. I think that's more of what it is.
Are you going to have trouble driving yourself home?
Nah, I'll be fine. I'm better than like half the drivers, even sleep deprived.
The bar is so low that it's underground, okay?
Yeah, no, they're on your phones. And I don't want to be a boomer.
Look, we're spending too much time on. Look, this thing's already got its hooks on you, but you can.
You said the wind.
Do you see why I hate cars?
They get you from a place to another place. You don't have to walk. You don't have to bike. They go.
Did you know that trains or buses also exist?
And then you crash and die. What?
Did you know that? No, you know what? We're not getting into the public transport argument again. Okay, look.
Technically, a bus is still a car. And a train is a car, but it's on the rails. So you can do less with it. So it's kind of like a stupider car. I don't want to like show for the automotive industry here, but like.
How is this what we are wasting our time talking about, as opposed to the real supernatural threat that is like physical location is 40 miles wide and the. Why is this what we are talking about as opposed to the very real threats that have been plaguing you for over a month?
Because we're both tired and out of it, and probably ADHD and or ADD and a slew of other mental illnesses.
That is another reason I don't want to explain this shit right now, because sleep. We need sleep. Look, I'm going to get to work on trying to fix this shit, okay? Go home, lie low. Do not recline your seat. For the love of God, put your hand where I can. Do not recline your seat.
I mean, I could do it with the other one.
Do not. Don't. I'm going to punch you, Neil.
I got a knife. I got my 20 knives on me. I'm getting more. I keep getting more knives. I go out to the knife store and they're like, "Do you want to buy any knives?" And I'm like, "No, I want to buy some soup." For the love of God,
can we stop getting sidetracked? Both of us you have lying low to do, and I have problem solving to do. Maybe I should sleep before I.
You can sleep in my trunk if you want. Might be a little bouncy on the way back, but it'll be dark. You would probably fit like 3 or 4 people in there, so you should have plenty of room. I fit in 4 before.
Please stop interrupting me.
Okay.
I need you to go home and lie low until otherwise stated. If you delete the YouTube channel, there's too much of a risk of that drawing more attention to it retroactively, especially if anybody's gone and downloaded the videos off of it. So leave it as is, but the physical files for all of the videos that you have on your computer, delete them. It's not going to fix much of anything, but it'll at least be one less opportunity for the force to get its hooks in you. And this is just a mundane thing, not a supernatural thing. Get more sleep, for the love of God. Look,
I'll try.
I'm here now, okay? And I'm not perfect, but I can at least protect you marginally more, alright?
Well, a marginal amount? That's It's not the full page, but it's a little bit of it. You know what I mean?
You are aware that there are other definitions of the word margin than like page margin, right?
Well, there's like butter, but I don't think that counts.
All right, look, we're spending too much time. Look, do you know what you need to do?
Go home and lie down in the basement.
Close enough. And leave the channel as is, but delete the physical videos, the MP4s or AVIs or whatever the hell video formats. It should be blatantly obvious I don't understand tech, but look. I will, one way or another, I will come back to let you know how it's gone, alright?
Okay.
Alright.
Bye. Enjoy the bus, loser.
The hotel is not that far from here. The whole reason that I picked this as a meeting point, is specifically and strictly because it is, I just have to walk like half a mile that way to get to the hotel. That is the whole reason I picked this as a meeting point. Look, just go home and stay safe, alright? One way or another, regardless of whether I'm successful or not, I will come tell you when we're going to be doing anything, okay? Do not try to fix this yourself, okay?
I don't want to have to deal with like any more fucky bullshit.
Yes, just go home, get some sleep. One way or another, I will contact you and we will decide what our next move is together. Do you understand?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Go home and for the love of God, stay safe.
Alright. Good night. Well, they were fucking bitchy. Got it all on record.